Good morning, angels. I want to talk a little about 2026 and what's going to happen in 2026 about the specific thing that I've been observing. So, overall, we know, especially those of us who are on a train of expanding consciousness, choo choo, we know that 2026 is going to be a very powerful year, the year that will really create that new earth, and that we will really start to shift between new earth and old earth. It's something that has already been happening. It's something that not only great spiritual teachers have been talking about, but also in reality, great ascended masters have been preparing us for since the beginning of time. And we know that the decisions that we are taking right now, they are influencing who we are, who we're becoming, our vibration. And as we're shifting, as we're changing collectively, as we're rising our vibration collectively, as we're making choices coming from a place of love instead of coming from a place of fear, we're collectively expanding that consciousness, creating the new earth, which is nothing else than just an experience of life, an experience of earth, right? So I don't want to go into that topic into details. If you want to know a little bit more about that shift, I recommend you watch a recent podcast from Brian Scott. It's an episode that he posted on YouTube. You guys know that I adore Brian Scott, and he explained this in a beautiful way. And he also allows you to sort of feel into that change, that shift, and what you need to do, and how you need to prepare for that shift, because 2026 will really start to create a big gap between the new earth and the old earth, and we'll really start to experience that certain things will not no longer be relevant for us and will no longer sort of exist. It's that phenomenon of when an object vibrates in a high enough vibration, it's not even visible to the observers that vibrate on a lower vibration. Again, I don't want to go into it, because today I want to talk about a very specific thing that I've been noticing that many of people are experiencing. I'm noticing this on sessions with you guys. I'm noticing it within people around me, friends, family. So what's happening, and this is what we want to break down in this video today, to one of the things and one of the decisions that you have to take as you align more with the energy of new earth or old earth. So a lot of people experiences now the moment when you are speaking to someone, okay, whether that's your friend, it may be even your partner, a family member, or just people around you, colleagues, maybe also people online. Maybe you're someone that you participate in some communities, you leave comments, you engage yourself in discussions with people online. And more we're noticing that when we're talking to certain people, it's like, are you even speaking the same language? You are completely not understanding what I'm saying. You are completely not understanding where I'm coming from. No matter how hard I try, no matter what I do, it's like it's like talking literally with someone who speaks a different language. We're not aligning. We're not understanding each other. No matter how hard I try, no matter how patient, how much attention and care I put into the wording, and I try to really express myself and where I'm coming from, you are completely not understanding when I'm where I'm coming from. Okay, so the reason this is happening more and more, and we're feeling this more, it's because the shift that I've mentioned to you guys, it's been happening already for a good couple of years. People have been awakening, whether that's you were meant to awaken through Kundalini awakening, or you were meant to awaken your consciousness, right? Which is the case for most people, and grow and expand and learn and improve. And many people have received in the last years those windows of opportunities to release karmic patterns, to release karmic relationships, to awaken, to start, even if it's not this spiritual awakening, but to start become aware of who they are, of how they take decisions, of what influences the decisions that they take in life. Is it an automated pattern, or is it a true conscious decision, right? So some of us have jumped through that window. We started growing, expanding, learning, pointing fingers towards ourselves, doing the difficult job of inner work, of shadow work, right? And some people, unfortunately, or fortunately for them, it is what it is, right? Everything is truly neutral. They've taken a different choice. It's their choice to take a choice. We have free will. So they went towards settling, towards the easy choice instead of the difficult choice, towards pointing fingers towards other people, towards looking for excuses for their behavior, right? Because my ex, because my parents, because I cannot, because my children, whatever that is, right? And the more we do the work, the more the gap is stronger and is bigger between us. So we start to really feel that true lack of alignment. So what I want, for those of you who are still here, you're still with me, you're probably in that first bucket, right? So what I want you to know, my advice to you in this time of shift, as it is happening, it is imperative so you move away from these people, okay? And I'm going to start, before I explain to you the why, I'm going to start from saying, because I know that many times when I say these things in readings as well, what happens is that you guys message me or you leave comments saying, it's not that easy. No one said it would be easy, Karen, okay? No one said it would be easy. We're not on this earth experiencing human life or walk in a park. We're here for challenges. We're here for the fun of the challenge. We're here for the game. We're here to learn, to grow, to expand, to be better, right? So no one said that creation of new earth, creation of heaven on earth is going to be easy. It will be for the strongest warriors, for those who will have the courage to say no. No, I don't want to stay on that other wagon. We're literally separating, and we're going to go shoo towards heaven on earth, and the old earth will stay the way it is. Again, which is okay. These people won't even be conscious of it, right? But no one said it would be easy. So no thoughts even, not to mention comments like that. But I want to tell you why it's so important, and it is really doable. And I want to explain this to you guys, because oftentimes when in my readings I speak to you about releasing patterns that link you to certain connections, so releasing certain karmic connections, closing certain contracts, and certain contracts have to be closed by moving away from a person completely. Sometimes it's difficult because I'm sure that you're observing this, not just with people who, but there might be friends. It may even be your partner that you're being guided to move away from. It may be someone close in your family. So when I say to you guys, you move away from this person, not in every case it will mean block, delete, I'll never speak to you again because you're staying in the old earth and I'm moving towards the new earth. No, we're talking about, I will no longer entertain you. I will no longer entertain conversations with you. I will no longer have discussions with you. I will no longer give you my energy, my effort, because now I realize that we are completely misaligned. And what we realize, people on New Earth, what we realize is that it is not our job to forcefully change others. Side note, it's a healer wound, right? Or sometimes it's codependency. But it is not our job to forcefully change someone, because through doing that, it's our own wounding and we're projecting it onto others and taking away the biggest thing we have as humans, free will. We all have to take that decision, right? You won't save someone forcefully, and it's something that people who will reach that new earth, whether you're there already or not, the level of our consciousness allows us to know that the actual change, it's not because we go and we destroy what's evil and then we build more of what's good. It's a change that happens through us. The more of us shift that consciousness, change the mindset, expand our awareness, we collectively create a vibration that creates a completely different world and experience of life for us. You cannot force anyone. These are things that people have to feel into, experience themselves through their own lessons and through their own inner work. It's not, you cannot grab anyone and bring them with us. No. So if you are feeling this disconnect with someone, and it's someone that is, a member of your family, or is a friend that is sort of in your environment, I'm not saying that you start forcefully avoiding this person and block and delete, but you just don't engage. Allow them to be. You can be, you can be kind and nice to them when you are around, because you find yourself in a different setting, in the same setting, in the same family dinner. But don't engage with them. Don't seek for their presence. Don't try to change their ways. Don't force them into understanding you or you understanding them. Accept that there's a misalignment, right? So for most cases, it won't necessarily have to be completely blocking and deleting and moving in away from this person, because as we already know, it's not like we're going to travel in ships to a different place. We're going to be interacting with each other. It's just like there's going to be this glass wall between us, a complete disconnect. We won't be affecting each other, but we will be there. We will see each other, we will experience each other, right? For most part, we will become harsh mirror and lesson for these people, but they won't affect us, right? So we have to start embodying the energy of, you're not affecting me. And obviously, if this is your life partner, unfortunately, you would have to move away from this person. But when you talk about friends, family, you just stop entertaining their energy. And it's especially as well when we talk about some colleagues and maybe your presence online, people feel like, we should comment, we should change people's mindset and people's minds about certain things. We should, it's not a job. Again, true spiritual teacher, true spiritualist who heal the healer wound, right? We're not triggered by things that are happening around us, even if those things by most people would be labeled as evil or bad. We're not triggered because we understand that everything in this world is truly neutral. And when you understand that everything in this world is truly neutral, you understand as well that it is your choice. Are you coming from a place of fear of love? And you change your vibration, through which you create a ripple effect. So you can go out there, you can have your platform, you can talk about things, you can invite people. It's this infamous phrase from Joshua, what he taught us: let them come to me. You cannot force people. You cannot, it's lowering your own vibration if you really want to continue conversation with certain people. If you really want to get into that debate with certain people, let it be. This is the moment when we need to understand that when someone really has the capacity to understand, they will come to you. They will ask you questions. They will seek confirmation. But when someone is coming from a place of, no, that's not the way it is, that's not right, you won't change it. You won't change it. So that's my message for you for today. If you're experiencing it, I know it's not easy, but if you truly want to grow, if you truly want to expand, if you truly want to break all the cycles, if you want to get on that new earth wagon, and we all will be walking towards Christ consciousness, you need to take that hard decision to choose you, to choose alignment, to choose truth, to choose growth, and start spending more of your energy and more of your time for people that when you are around them, they feel like home. When you are around them, you feel like they understand you. Even if there is a little bit of, there's an open conversation that's coming from a place of heart. People who know you to the very core, who feel your vibration, who make you feel seen and understood, because this is how we're going to be able to create something of value. We don't have to over-explain ourselves to others because we're just on the same page. We just vibrate on the same vibration. And if someone doesn't fall into that category, unfortunately, it's time to move away.